So okay. So good afternoon, everyone. So we are discussing the module 1, which is transmission line parameters. Okay. So these are different topics we have to discuss in first module. So till now the tick marked topics are covered. Types of conductors is covered. Calculation of resistance for solid conductors. Factors affecting the resistance of solid conductors. Skin effect, proximity effect. Internal and external flux linkages of an isolated current carrying conductor. Inductance for single phase two wire line. So flux linkages of one conductor in a group and inductance of composite conductor lines. Up to this we were covered, right? So now today, so we are going to briefly revise all these previously explained topics, and then we are going to solve a few problems on these. Okay. So I am also revise all the topics. Okay, topic covered today is the inductance of composite conductor lines and concept of self GMD and mutual GMD, and the topic learning outcomes are developing the inductance equation for composite conductor line and explaining the terms self GMD and mutual GMD, and you have to solve problems on self GMD and mutual GMD. So the course outcome here is the developing the equations to calculate the transmission line parameters of single phase and three phase systems. So after completion of this lecture, the student will be able to derive the expression to calculate the inductance of a composite conductor transmission line and explain the concept of self GMD and mutual GMD, and also he can calculate the inductance of transmission lines having composite conductors using the concept of self GMD and mutual GMD. Okay. So let us revise the previous topics. So inductance of single solid conductor, we derived all these things. So let us recall again inductance of single solid conductor, right? So to determine the inductance of solid conductor, first you have to develop the flux linkages expression. So which is lambda, which is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 I ln d by r dash Henrys per meter. Okay. So these are the flux linkages up to the point P, which is at a distance capital D. Okay. If you take one single conductor A here, and if you consider a point P, so which is at a distance D, so from the center of the conductor, so then the total internal flux linkages as well as external flux linkages, so total flux linkages lambda is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 I ln d by r dash. R dash here is the geometric mean radius or Fixitious radius, so which is equal to 0.7788 times the r. Okay. So small r is the actual radius, r dash is the Fixitious radius, so which is 0.77 times 7788 times the r, right. After knowing the flux linkages, you can determine the inductance, which is the ratio of flux linkages to current flowing through that particular conductor, right. So then the expression for inductance is 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r dash, r dash only, so which is in Henrys per meter. So now if you convert this ln term to logarithmic term, so then you can use this expression L is equal to 0.4605 log d by r dash. So the units are millihenries per kilometer here. So this is for one single solid conductor, the calculation of inductance for one single solid conductor. So now if you observe the inductance of single phase line having two solid conductors, so let us consider a single phase line which is having two solid conductors, which are conductor A and conductor B. Now if you calculate the inductance for conductor A, so which is our conductor 1, so this will be L1 is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r1 dash. So capital D here is the distance between center to center of these two conductors, so this is the distance D. Okay. So inductance of first conductor A is L1 is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r1 dash. Again r1 dash here is 0.7788 times the radius of first conductor. Right. Similarly, you can write the inductance expression for second conductor, which is 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r2 dash. Right. So, these are the two inductance values for conductor A and conductor B. So, now if you want to calculate the loop inductance or circuit inductance, so this loop inductance or circuit inductance L is equal to sum of the inductances of two conductors, which is L1 plus L2. So, now if you sum these two expressions, you will get 4 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by under square root r1 dash into r2 dash, which is in Henry per meter. Right. Suppose if the radius of two conductors are same, so r1 dash and r2 dash both are same, which is equal to r dash. So, then this expression L can be written as 4 into 10 power minus 7 ln d by r dash Henry per meter, and in logarithm term it is 0.921 ln d by r dash millihenries per kilometer. Okay. So, the derivation for all these are we were explained in previous lectures itself. So, I am just recalling you. Hello, ma'am. Okay,
Sir.
Okay, no, silent అయిపోయింది.
ఏంటది?
Voice is okay.
Okay.
Okay, other some disturbance is coming.
Okay, sir.
Now it is okay, ma'am. Right. So, till now we discussed about a single solid conductor and a single phase line which is having two solid conductors. So, but in general in transmission system you will not use the solid conductor, you will use the stranded conductors. So, like this picture, like this conductor, so the picture is represented here. So, like this the conductors will be there in actual transmission system, that the actual conductor will be having strands. So, that strands may be of different materials. So, if you take ACSR conductor, aluminum conductor, steel reinforced. So, in such a case inside strands will be steel and outer surface strands will be aluminum. So, the material will also be, material of strands will also be may be different. Okay. So, generally you have to calculate the inductance for these type of conductor. So, now these type of stranded conductor you may also call it as composite conductor. Okay. So, to determine the inductance of this composite conductor, so you have to first develop the flux linkages of one conductor in a group of conductors. Okay. See here. So, this conductor is having the number of strands here, only one single conductor I am considering. So, now let us assume that this conductor, standard conductor, is having a number of subconductors which are represented with 1, 2, 3 up to n. So, right, 1, 2, 3 I, j up to n number of conductors you are having, right. So, now you are going to derive the expression for flux linkages of one conductor in a group of conductors, right. So, you take conductor I, and if you develop the flux linkages equation, so that will be lambda I is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 and current flowing to the first conductor I1 into ln 1 by d I1. So, which is distance from first conductor to ith conductor, right, plus flux linkage due to current 2 will be I2 ln 1 by d I2 plus and so up to nth conductor you have to consider, right. So, In into ln 1 by d In. So, this is the flux linkage expression for one single strand of conductor in a group of conductor. Okay. So, you have to remember this expression. Right. So, now if you want to determine the inductance of composite conductor lines, so here composite conductor lines we are talking. Okay. So, in the previous case only one conductor we have taken. So, one conductor which is having number of strands, okay, up to n number of strands we are having. So, and we were calculated the flux linkages of only one single strand in a group of strands. Okay. So, now if a composite conductor line means a line will be having at least two conductors. Okay. So, composite conductor A and composite conductor B, this is the single phase transmission line which is having a two conductors A and B which are composite conductors. Composite conductor is nothing but, so it is having a number of strands inside it. Okay, that number of strands may be made up of different materials. So that's why we will call it as a composite. Composite means that conductor may be made up of different types of materials. Okay, some strands may be in steel, some strands may be aluminum, some strands may be alloys, like that they may be. Okay, so conductor A will be having n number of strands, or you can also call it as filaments. Okay, n number of strands or filaments you call, right? And conductor B is having m number of conductors, which are represented with 1 dash, 2 dash, j dash up to m. So there are m number of strands or filaments in composite conductor B. Okay, so now this is a single phase transmission line, right? One conductor act as a forward current path, and conductor B act as a reverse current path. Okay, so when conductor A is carrying I current, so then conductor B will carry a reverse current, which is minus I. Okay, so as there are n number of strands, right? So suppose if it is current flowing through the entire conductor is I, and this entire conductor is having n number of strands. So you have to assume that let us each strand of the conductor will be carrying a current of I by n. Okay, so you have to assume conductor A will be carrying current I, and each strand will be carrying I by n, because there are n number of conductors. Similarly, for conductor B also there are m number of conductors, that and this conductor B will act as a return path. So the current flowing through this conductor B is minus I, right? Minus I is the total amount of current, and for each strands it will be minus I by m. Okay, right. So now if you write the flux linkages of ith filament or ith strand of the conductor from the previous expression, from this expression. Okay, so in a group of conductor you have developed the flux linkages expression, which is 2 into 10 power minus 7. So each conductor, each strand you have to consider. So if you consider the first conductor, it will be I1 into ln 1 by di1. So right. So if you take second one, it will be I2 ln 1 by di2. So from this expression, so you can write the flux linkages for ith filament in conductor A, right? Here you are considering the ith filament or ith strand. So then this one, for this conductor, what are the flux linkages? Okay, so this expression will be 2 into 10 power minus 7, 2 into 10 power minus 7, and current, what is the current flowing through the ith conductor, right? So current flowing through the ith conductor, as there are n number of strands here, current flowing through the ith strand or ith filament will be capital I by m. So in this expression you have to write capital I by n, then ln of 1 by distance of first conductor to ith conductor, distance of first conductor to ith conductor, plus ln of 1 by distance of second conductor to first conductor, which is d I2, like that. So for conductor A, all strands you have to write, right? For ith filament or ith strand, it will be ln 1 by dii. So now here dii, you can also call it as geometric mean radius. Okay, so this dii, self distance, or this will be the geometric mean radius, so which is r dash, so which is equal to 0.7788 times the r, right? So now by considering all the strands in a conductor A, so you can write the flux linkages expression as 2 into 10 power minus 7 I by n ln 1 by di1 plus di2 ln 1 by di2 plus and so on ln 1 by din. In the similar way, you have to consider the these group conductor B group strands also, right? That means the current flowing through conductor B also will affect the flux linkages of ith conductor, right? So what is the current flowing through these strands of conductor B? Minus I by m. Okay, so here you have to write minus I by m into 2 into 10 power minus 7 into ln, same as it is before, 1 by distance from ith conductor to 1 dash, distance from ith conductor to 1 dash, distance from ith conductor to 2 dash, distance from ith conductor to m. Okay, like that you have to write ln 1 by distance from ith conductor to I dash plus ln 1 by ith conductor to 2 dash plus and so on ln 1 by ith conductor to m. So, this is the total expression for flux linkages of ith filament or ith strand in a conductor A. Okay. So, now after some simplification, so you will get the final expression as this one, which is 2 into 10 power minus 7 I. So, you take I as common. Now, if you take these two here, how you can write these two? Sorry, this total one ln A plus ln B plus and so on ln n ln, right. So, this will be log A into B into C, like that you can write. That means ln of 1 by, so this will be di1 into di2 into dia up to din you will get. Okay, di1 di2 up to din you can write. Okay. So, then for the second expression here, so this is also same log A plus log B plus and some up to some n value, right. So, this can be written as same ln 1 by, so this value di1 dash, so di1 dash di2 dash, so like this up to dim, up to this you have to write. Okay. So, now in these two terms you are having 2 into 10 power minus 7 I as common. So, you write it aside, right. So, now for this term you are having 1 by n, right. So, now this can be taken into power of this. Okay. So, that means ln of this 1 by di1 into di2 whole to the power of 1 by n you can write. Okay. And this term 1 by m here in the second expression, here you are having 1 by m. So, this 1 by m also you will bring to power of this. So, then you will get 1 by di1 di2 up to dim whole to the power of 1 by m you will get. Okay. So, now this is in this expression and in this expression 2 into 10 power minus 7 I will be the common, and these two are having, this is having power plus sign and this is having minus sign. Okay. So, now log A minus log B, which will be log A by B. So, then if you write like this, so the final expression will be this one ln of this total value di1 di2 sorry di1 dash di2 dash up to dim whole to the power of 1 by m by di1 di2 and so on dii up to din whole to the power of 1 by n. Okay. This is how you will get this expression. Okay. So, this is the flux linkages of ith conductor. Okay. So, now after getting the flux linkages you can calculate the inductance. Okay. Inductance of ith strand in a conductor A, which is equal to flux linkages of that particular strand by current flowing through that strand. Okay. Current flowing through the strand I in conductor A is I by n. So, this is I by n. Okay. So, now if you substitute this expression here, okay, I will get cancelled. So, then this total term 2, this n will goes to upside. So, 2n into 10 power minus 7 ln di1 dash up to dim you will get whole to the power of 1 by n. So, in denominator di1 di2 up to din whole to the power of 1 by n you will get here. Okay. So, then after that, so this is the inductance of one strand. Now, the average inductance of any that one strand in a group of conductor A will be written as L average is equal to. So, now this is only for one strand. So, from by using this equation you can write for inductance of first strand, inductance of second strand, inductance of third strand and so on up to Ln you can write. So, right. So, now if you take the average of that particular strand, so then this will be L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus up to Ln whole divided by n. As there are n number of conductors, average will be a whole sum of all the inductances by n you have to take, right. So, but all these strands which 1 to n are connected in parallel like this, right. So, when they are connected in parallel and the average inductance for each strand will be same here. So, this is the average inductance of one single strand. So, this average inductance of one single strand will be same even though the inductance of each strand will be different, right. So, you can write the total net inductance. So, net inductance of conductor A, which is equal to total average inductance by n here. So, as I said here, as I said before, each strand 1 to n all are connected in parallel. Okay, they are all parallel. So, the average inductance of each strand will be the same. So, when it is L plus, suppose if you take 4 strands, so the total net will be L by 4. So, as here you are having n number of strands. So, this will be average of one strand by total number of strands. So, this will be L 1 plus L 2 plus up to L n by n square you will get. Okay. So, now here you have to substitute the L 1, L 2 up to L n the inductance values. So, then the final expression for inductance L A is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d 1 dash up to d 1 by m and d I 1 dash d I 1 dash d I j dash d I m, then d n 1 dash d n j dash d n m. So, that means you have to substitute all the inductances. Okay. So, you see here you are calculated the inductance of only one strand only here. Okay. So, if you want to calculate the inductance of first strand, you have to substitute I is equal to 1. So, then L 1 is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7. So, this will be d I 1 dash. So, I here means 1 you have to say for. So, 1 dash 1 dash. So, then up to d 1 m you will get. So, that means mutual distances from conductor A to conductor B with respect to strand 1. Okay. Here if you take this, go to previous slide. So, if you take this slide here, now you have to consider the mutual distances from 1 to all other conductors d 1 1 dash, d 2 dash, d 1 2 dash, d 1 j dash, d 1 m as the numerator product. Okay, whole to the power of m. Okay, whole to the power of m. So, in denominator d 1 1, d 1 2 up to d 1 n. So, these are the self distances of the conductor. So, that means, so you have to consider the only one conductor A, then you have to take the distances, self distances of that particular conductor which is 1 2. So, self distance 1 1 also you have to consider d 1 1. So, which is nothing but r dash, then d 1 2, d 1 n, d 1 I. So, if it is the third conductor d 1 3, like that product you have to take whole to the power of n number of conductors. So, like that similarly for L 2 is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln the product numerator product is, how you can write, d 2 1 dash, d 2 2 dash, d 2 up to 2 m, d 2 m by denominator only this. So, d 2 2 into d 2 1, d 2 n up to d 2 n, d 2 I, like that. Okay. Like this you have to write for all the conductors. Okay. See in this expression 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln. So, the numerator terms are mutual distances from conductor 1 2 up to m to all the conductors of the conductor B. Okay. So, if you take first conductor 1 1 dash, 1 2 dash, 1 3 dash up to 1 m, then you have to take second conductor 2 2 dash, 2 1 dash, 2 2 dash, 2 up to m varaku. Then if you take nth conductor in a first conductor, then n 1 dash, n 2 dash, n 3 dash up to n m, like that you have to consider whole to the power of 1 by m n, as there are n number of constants, right. So, here actually you are before you are having n here, sorry into n. Okay. In previous slide you see the expression, here you are having n. Okay. Here you are having n. So, this n you can take this side, this power, then this will become 1 by m n and this will become 1 by n square. Okay. I am writing the direct expression here. Okay. Right, here the power will be 1 by m n, for denominator it will be 1 by n square. Okay. And the product terms are, these are the mutual distances products and these are the self distance products. Okay. So, the term, the numerator of the argument of logarithm is called the mutual geometric mean distance. Okay. So, this numerator term, entire term from here to here whole to the power of 1 by m n. So, this is called the geometric mean distance, right. So, this is the m nth root of, so 1 by m n whole to the power m nth root, you can say that m nth root of m n terms. So, which are the product of all possible mutual distances from the n filaments of conductor A to m filaments of conductor B. Okay. So, this product how you can take, there are m n terms will be there in this product. So, those product are mutual distances from all the n filaments of conductor A. So, if you take first filament, so then all the mutual distance of first conductor to all conductors of conductor B. Okay. So, then second filament to all the filaments of conductor B, those are the mutual distances. So, product of all these you have to take, right. So, then denominator term is the logarithmic of denominator also denominator of argument of logarithm is defined as, this is defined as self geometric mean distance. That means this product, the total product of this one up to here 1 by n square, right. So, here you are having n square terms. Okay. n square root of n square terms. So, right, that n square terms will be having n set of n product terms. Okay. So, each set will be consisting of r dash, right. If you take self distances d11, if you take first filament, you will be having d11. So, if you take second filament, you will be having d22. If you take third one, d33. So, the self distances we may call it as geometric mean radius or r dash, right. So, that each set will be having r dash and the n minus 1 distances from other filaments. Okay. Other filaments, that too in the same conductor. Okay. If you do one problem, you can understand clearly. Okay. Right. If you see here, after getting the inductance of so the inductance of conductor A, that can be written as 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm by dSA here. So, this is the inductance of composite conductor A, right. This total term you can call it as mutual distance, mutual GMD. So, this mutual GMD is represented with dm. Okay. So, on denominator term entire this is the self GMD, which is represented with ds, right. So, ds of A conductor A. So, dSA. Okay. In place of this total term you can write dm, in place of this total term you can write dSA. So, suppose if you write for conductor B, the inductance is LB is equal to, so 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm, it is the mutual GMD will be the same, dm by dSB you will get. Okay. So, that is what I have written here. Okay. LA is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm by dSA. So, for B, LB is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm by dSB. So, suppose if you want to have the loop inductance, you have to sum the LA plus LB. Okay. Right. So, now to clearly understand, instead of taking n number of conductors, I am taking only 2 conductors. Okay. So, let us take a composite conductor A is having 2 conductors, conductor B also having 2 conductors only. So, in such a case, mutual GMD. How you can write mutual GMD? So, mutual GMD is nothing but it is the mutual products considering each filament in conductor A and considering all the filaments in conductor B. Suppose if you take first conductor in filament A, so mutual distances from all filaments of B will be D1 1 dash, D1 2 dash you will have. These are the mutual distances when you consider the first filament in conductor A and when you consider all the filaments in conductor B. So, this is the first product. Okay. You have to first consider the first one, first filament, and you have to write the mutual distances from conductor B all by considering all the filaments in a conductor B, right. So, now in a similar way into this is one set into for the second set the mutual distance from second filament or second strand to 1 dash to 2 dash you have to write. So, this one D 2 1 dash D 2 2 dash whole to the power of, for mutual distance this will be 1 by m n, right. So, m here is total number of strands in conductor B, n is total number of strands in conductor A. So, 1 by here 2 are there in both the conductors. So, 2 into 2 it is 4. So, this will be whole to the power of 1 by 4, okay, whole to the power of the total term whole to the power of 1 by 4. So, now if you write self GMD, right. So, then you have to consider only conductor A and you have to take the product of all the distances of that conductor, right. Only you have to consider this conductor. Then first you consider the first conductor. So, then you write the product of all the terms. So, which is all the distances D11 considering itself also D11 and D12 you will get if you consider first one. Self means only for conductor A, you should not consider conductor B elements. Okay. So, 1 D11 into D12, right, into. So, then you have to consider the second conductor, this will then D22. Okay. You have to consider the same conductor also D22 into distance from other conductors. Other conductor is only one, which is 1. So, which is D21 whole to the power of 1 by n square here. Okay. N here is number of strands in a conductor A, as here there are 2 square is 4. So, here also you will have 1 by 4 whole power 1 by 4 you will get. Okay. Here this is 1 by 4 in all the terms. Okay. So, in a similar way if you write for conductor B self GMD, so then you have to consider self means you have to consider only that particular conductor only and strands in that particular conductor. Okay. So, now first if you write the product term for first conductor, first strand in conductor B. Okay. Then D1 dash 1 dash, D1 dash 1 dash, then other conductor distance will be D1 dash 2 dash, as there are only 2 conductors. So, when you consider the second conductor D2 dash 1 dash, D2 dash 2 dash, okay, 2 dash with the same conductor, same subconductor you have to take, and with other conductor also you have to take other conductor or strand. Okay. So, whole to the power of 1 by n square, again this is also 1 by 1 power 4. Okay. So, this is how you can determine the mutual GMD and self GMD if there are only 2 conductors. Okay. So, now if there are 3 conductors in a composite conductor, suppose conductor A is having 3 conductors, 3 subconductors let us call, or 3 strands or 3 filaments, and conductor B is having another 3, okay, which are represented with 1 dash 2 dash 3 dash. So, now first write the mutual GMD, DM you write. So, DM when you are writing the DM, so let us take conductor A, right, and in conductor A for all the filaments you have to write the mutual distances with respect to 1 and other all the 3 strands of conductor B. So, that means D1 to 1 dash, D1 to 2 dash, D1 to 3 dash, right. The distance from first conductor of conductor A, first strand of conductor A to all the strands of conductor B. So, those distances product is the first term. Okay. So, D1 1 dash, D1 2 dash, D1 3 dash. Okay. So, then after that you take the second one, second conductor, and write the all mutual distances which are D21 dash, D22 dash, D23 dash. So, this is the second term. Okay. So, then after completing this, you have to write a third one. So, from D31 dash, D32 dash, D33 dash is the third product term. Okay. So, completed for all, right, whole to the power of 1 mutual in the sense 1 by m into n. M here is the number of conductors in number of strands in conductor B, n is the number of strands in conductor A. So, in both the conductors you are having 3. So, 3 into 3 9. So, this will be whole to the power of 1 by 9 you will get. Okay. So, this how like this you can calculate the mutual GMD if there is a composite conductor which is having 3 strands in each phase. Okay. So, then how to calculate the self GMD or geometric mean radius for particular conductor. A self in the sense you have to consider only one conductor, that may be A or B. So, let us consider conductor A. So, then you write the product of distances by considering all the strands. First you consider the for conductor 1. So, then the product of these strands, conductor 1 strand. So, this will be 1 minute, right. You have to consider the same conductor distance or the geometric mean radius of this particular conductor 1, which is D11, right, D11, then other distances D12, D13. So, that is the first product. Okay. So, next consider the second conductor. When you consider second conductor, so then D22 self, first you have to also consider the self D22, D21, D23, okay, or you can say D21, D22, D23. So, D22 instead of writing first term I am writing second term. Okay. So, when you consider the third one, all the distances D31, D32 and self distance also, which is D33. Self in the sense you have to consider that conductor total number of strands in that conductor whole square you have to consider, as there are 3 square, again it will be 9. So, this will be 1 by 9, not whole power 9, this is 1 by 9. Okay. Similarly, for conductor B, right, first 1 dash you consider. So, then D1 dash 1 dash, then D1 dash 2 dash, then D1 dash 3 dash you have to consider. This is the first product. Now, consider the second conductor, then 2 dash 1 dash, 2 dash 3 dash, 2 dash 2 dash also. Okay. Self distance also you have to take. Okay. So, when you consider the third one, 3 dash 1 dash, 3 dash 2 dash, 3 dash 3 dash also into number of conductors in conductor B also 3. So, 1 by 3 square, which is 1 by 9 again. So, all these are 1 by 9, here are 1 by 4. Okay. Right. Are you understood this? So, this is how you can write. Let us see here. Consider a conductor composed of 7 identical copper strands, each having a radius of r as shown in figure, and find the self GMD. Here they were asked only the self GMD only. Okay. So, then how you can determine the self GMD for this conductor? Right. This conductor is having 7 strands. Okay. It is having 7 strands. Right. Self GMD, how you can write? Self GMD is equal to, so this total term whole power 1 by number of strands in that conductor whole square. Okay. So, here as there are 7 conductors, this will be 7 square, which is 1 by 49. Okay. So, now self distances you have to consider. First you consider the first conductor. So, then how you can write? D11 self distance also D11, then D12, D13, D14, 1 minute, I will take the text, Okay. So D11, D12, D13, D14, D15, D16, D17, like that you have to take. So when you consider the first strand of the conductor, so this will be D11, D12, D13, D14, all the distances from the first strand to other strands, okay, multiplied into next you have to consider the second conductor, second strand. So then when you consider the second strand, D21, D22, D23, D24, D25, D26, D27. So this is the product. So like this you have to write up to seventh conductor. So when you consider the seventh conductor, D71, D72 and so on, D77. Okay. Right. So whole to the power of here this total term from here from initial position. So from here to here whole to the power of 1 by 49 you will get 1 by 49, 7 square which is 49. Okay. So now if you see the each product, let us see, right. If you consider the first product, so then you are having self distance D11. If you consider the second product, you will be having self distance 22. If you consider for third, you will be having D33. So if you consider for D44, you will be having. So this D11, D22 self distance, all self distance are nothing but R dash. Okay, geometric mean radius, which is equal to 0.7788 R. Okay, all self distances. So this how many self distances you will get? D11 to D77, which is 7 distances. So this will be R1 dash whole to the power of 7. Okay. So this R1 dash is nothing but 0.7788 times 88 R whole to the power of 7. Okay. Now if you take the second term, so D12, so D12 is same as D21. Okay. So this D12, so D12 is, so each conductor is having a radius of R, right. So that means from here to here it is R, from here to here this is R. So distance D12 is 2R, right. So in a similar way distance 16 also 2R, distance 17 also 2R. Okay. So then distance 4, 5, 3, 4, so all these are the 2R only, 4, 7 also. Okay. As there are 6 terms, so 2R whole to the power of 6 you may get. Okay. So you have to write the value of all these amounts. So first you have to write this expression D11, D12, D13 up to D117, D21, D22 up to D27, D31, D32 up to D37, 41, 42, 47, like that you have to write for all the strands. Okay. So now each strand distance you have to substitute there. Okay. You forget about this. So you remember this equation. Okay. From in this equation you write the distances from this diagram. Okay. Right. Okay. So now if you want to calculate the distance from 2 to 6, how you can calculate here, right. So now you don't know distance from here to here, so you have to calculate this distance you have to calculate. Okay. So now for that you have to consider this rectangle. Okay. So you know that this value, this length is 2r and this length is r. Okay. So, then you can determine this length. So, this is the rectangle one, this is hypotenuse, adjacent side and this one. So, hypotenuse square, that means 2r square is equal to this opposite square into adjacent square, r square plus, let us call it as the distance will be x. So, then this will be x square. So, now you have to get the x value. So, x square is equal to, so 2r square is nothing but 4r square minus r square. Okay. So, 4r square minus r square is 3r square, right. This is x square, right. So, x square is 3r square, then x is cube root 3 into r. So, x distance, this distance is root 3 into r. Now, from 2 to 6, so distance, how much distance it is? The same distance is from here to 6 also. So, from 2 to 6 you will be having 2x distance. So, 2 root 3 r you will get, 2 root 3 r you will get. Okay. Right. So, this is 2 to 6 distance is 2 root 3 r. So, in the similar way here also 3 4. So, 3 4 distance also 2 root 3 r, right. And this distance, total distance is this is the r, this is r, this is r and this is r, this total one is 4 r. So, like that you have to calculate all the distances, 1 2 1 3 1 4. So, 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 7 up to all distance you have to calculate, and you have to substitute into that particular that equation which is I was written. So, this equation. So, in this equation if you substitute, so finally you will get this value. Okay. So, you forget about all these things. If you get confused, you just remember this equation. Okay. So, is there any doubts here? If you are having any doubts in this problem, you can ask. Okay. So, first you have to develop the equation, self distance equation simply. So, which is having number of product terms. Okay. So, product terms whole to the power of 1 by n square. So, that n is nothing but number of strands in that particular conductor, and this product is nothing but distance by considering each strand you have to calculate all the distances along with the self distance. So, if you consider for first conductor, so D 1 1 1 2 1 3. So, as many conductors are there in that particular conductor, you have to represent up to that, as there are 7 here. So, D 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 sorry 1 1 1 2 1 3 up to 1 7, like that you have to write, right. So, when you consider 2, another you get another product terms, right. So, all the distances you can observe from this diagram. If you simply substitute them, and finally you will get the value which is 2.177 r, right. Okay. See another problem, simple problem. Okay. So, the arrangement of conductors of a single phase transmission line is shown in the figure. Okay. So, wherein forward circuit is composed of 3 solid wires. So, the forward circuit, okay, side A here, side B, they are represented side A, side B. Side A is having 3 subconductors or 3 strands, you may call it, and side B is having 2 conductors. Okay. So, side A is having 3 conductors of 2.5 mm radius, and return circuit of 2 wires which is having 5 mm radius. So, this side B of each conductor is having 5 mm radius, and for side A 2.5 mm radius. Okay. And they are placed symmetrically with respect to forward circuit. Okay. So, they are placed symmetrically with respect to forward in the sense. So, between these, so the distance if you consider this distance, in the center it is connected here like that. So, when you consider from center to here, it will be like this. So, that means you are getting one rectangle here again. Okay. Now, you have to find out the inductance of each side of the line and that of the complete circuit. That means inductance of side A you have to calculate, inductance of side B you have to calculate. Okay. So, inductance of side A is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln, here is dm by dsa. Okay. So, dm by dsa. So, for side B it is same 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln of dm by dsb, ds of side B. Okay. So, now if you want to calculate the inductance of complete line is then for, so yeah, it is like a single phase line which is having one phase is having 3 conductors, other phase is having 2 conductors, like that you have to consider. So, the total inductance is LA plus LB. Okay. Right. So, so here to calculate the inductance you require to calculate the mutual GMD dm and self GMD of conductor A as well, side A as well as side B. Okay. So, first you determine the mutual GMD. Okay. So, mutual GMD, right. So, mutual GMD is having some product terms whole to the power of 1 by mn, right. So, m is number of strands in one particular conductor, n is number of strands in other conductor. So, here one conductor is having 3 strands, another is having 2. So, m, let us assume this n is equal to 3, m is equal to 2. So, mn is 3 2s are 6. So, power will be 1 by 6. Okay. So, then all the mutual distances you have to consider. Okay. So, now you take the side A and conduct strand 1 you consider. So, from strand 1 to all the mutual distance means 1 to 5, 1 to 4, that product is the first term. Only in side B you are having only 2 strands or 2 conductors only. So, you will be having only 2 mutual distances with respect to the first strand in side A. Okay. In the similarly for for conductor 2 in side A, mutual distances are 2 4 2 5. So, this is the second product, right. So, then if you consider the third conductor, so then mutual distance are 3 4 3 5, 3 4 3 5, okay, whole to the power of 1 by 6, all the product. So, now you have to determine the distances D14, D15, D24, D25, 34, 35. These distances you have to calculate from the given circuit. Okay. Right. D14, what is the distance from 1 to 4? So, this distance 1 to 4, this distance you have to calculate. So, now what is this distance? So, now in this diagram these two distances is given as 4 meters, these two distances is given as 4 meters, and here to here this center to this distance is given as 2 meters. Okay. Now, how you can calculate this? You have to use the Pythagoras theorem again, right, like this, you represent like this. Okay. This is like a rectangle triangle. You know this value which is 2 meters and you know this value which is 8 meters. Then you can calculate the distance D14. Okay. D14 is equal to under square root 8 square plus 2 square, right. So, 8 square plus 2 square which is 64 plus 4 which is root 68 meters is the 1/4 distance. So, in a similar way if you write 2 4, so when you consider 2 4 you have to consider this rectangle triangle. So, that means half of this 4 meters, this will become 2. and this will become 8 only. So, D24 also square root of 68 only. In the similar way, D25 and 35, these also under square root 68 meters only. Okay. So, then you calculate the D15 and D34, 15 this distance. So, this distance when you want to calculate, so then you have to consider this rectangle from center, this center up to this. So, this will become now rectangle triangle. Okay. So, now what is the distance of this? 4 meters plus half of this 4 meters, which is 6 meters here, total length from here to here, and then here to here it is 8 meters. Okay. This is 8 meters. So, this will be under square root 6 square plus 8 square. Okay. So, then you will get 6 square means 36, 8 square means 64. So, which is under square root 100. So, which is 10 meters. Okay. So, then you got the 10 meters for D15. So, D15 this distance is same as D34 also. So, both distances are same, which is 10 meters. Okay. So, then you got all the distances, then you substitute all the distances. D14 here, what is the D14 value? D14 value, this D14 is under square root 68, D15 is 10 meters, D24 is under square root 68, D25 is also the same under square root 68, D34 is 10 meters, 35 is under square root 68. If you substitute all these whole to the power of 1 by 6 you do, then you will get the DM as 8.8 meters here. Okay. So, in a similar way you have to calculate a self GMD for side A. Okay. So, while calculating self GMD you have to consider only one single conductor which is having number of strands. So, here if you take one side which is having 3 conductors, so you have for this you have to write the self GMD. So, now you take first subconductor. So, then all the distances, product of all the distances considering its own distance itself. So, this is D11, D12, D13. Next for second D21, D22, D23. For third D31, D32, D33 whole to the power of 1 by n square. How many conductors are there here in this side here? 3. So, 3 square is 9, 1 by 9. Right. So, you substitute all the distances here D11. So, D11 and D22, D33 self distances are nothing but r dash value, so which is equal to 0.7788 times the r, right. R radius of each strand, this will be given as 2.5 mm. Okay. And for this radius, for these two conductors it is having 5 mm. In problem they were given this. Okay. So, right, r dash is equal to 0.7788 times this value, r value. Okay. So, then you will get D11, D22, D23. So, then D12 is 4 meters. So, D13 is 4 plus 4, 8 meters. So, from this diagram you will get all the distances. If you substitute all the distances, then finally you will get the self GMD of conductor A is 0.367 meters. Similarly, you can write the self GMD of conductor or side B. So, then if you take here side B, you are having only 2. So, the product terms will be only 2, which is when you consider fourth one, this will be D44 and D45. When you consider fifth one, this will be D54 and self distance D55. Self distances are again same r dash, and 4,5 and 5,4. 4,5, what is the 4,5 distance? This distance which is given as 4 meters. If you substitute all this, you will get the DSB as 0.125 meters. So, then after getting DM, DSA, DSB, you can determine the inductance. So, inductance of conductor A is 0 in terms of logarithmic term 0.461 log 8.8. So, DM by, sorry, okay, 1 minute. So, LA is equal to, you can use the long term also 2 into 10 power minus 7 10 power minus 7 ln dm by dSA. You know the value of dm and you know the value of dSA. If you simply substitute, you will get LA value, right, which is in Henrys per meter. Okay, when you take ln term, ln expression, you will get the units are Henrys per meter. When you take logarithmic term, units are millihenries per kilometer. Okay. So, in the similar way, LB is 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln dm by dsB. dsB value is different, dm value will be same for both, right. If you substitute those values here, you will get LB, which is 0.85 millihenries per kilometer. So, that complete inductance is sum of these two, which is 1.485 millihenries per kilometer. Okay. So, like this you can calculate the inductance of composite conductor lines. Okay. Right now, any doubts? Okay, right, it's time up. I took 5 minutes more, no problem. Okay, if you are having any doubt, you text me. So, I am ending the session now. Okay, I will send the PPT, no problem. So, thank you everyone.